attack.
Okay,
Primarily,
so
the opposition. Yeah.
so let me ask you this. So why the name the Flying Tigers? Does it have something to do with like why did they choose that name? I'm really wondering about that.
The name actually came from the Chinese because it was discovered that the Japanese planes had superior performance in the horizontal fight, so things like turning, rolling ability. But the American planes that the AVG used had superiority in diving attacks. So when the Chinese observed the attacks that the first AVG conducted, which were usually diving down from a higher altitude to catch the Japanese by surprise, using that diving ability to outsmart the Japanese and overcome the limitations of their aircraft versus what the Japanese aircraft could do. The Chinese observers commented that their attacks appeared like a tiger pouncing on an opponent or
Oh,
its
that's
prey.
really cool. I also saw that the planes had the tiger face on it, right?
The tiger
Oh,
logo is actually designed by
yes.
the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, really? Oh, that is amazing. That's
Break down, come on. Well, don't waste time. Give me the sign. Tell me how you want to roll.
I meant to ask you, what are the names of the Sims where the Flying Tigers are active? Some more about that? Like which Sims? What are the names of the Sims?
That will actually take place on the last week of this month, last full week of this month, and it will take place in our World War II tribute sim. There's that place where the military expo was, and it'll be in front of, we have a replica of the Washington Monument, so it'll be right there. And literally up in the sky where the military expo was, and hopefully it'll be 5 days where the airport owners can showcase various information about the airport, you know, get some people interested to go visit, and of course we'll have, you know, music events and that sort of thing there.
Wulfie, back to you. I just got this question from Angelina in text. She said that you have a specific school for a military for flying. Can you tell us some more about that?
Well, yes, the Flying Tigers do have an academy, and the academy is a structured one. So people who sign up to be part of the Flying Tigers group, right, they have an option of going through the academy. So they'll start by going through the initial two classes, if you will, of the academy as a cadet. Upon graduation of the first two classes, which basically covers theory, like the history of the Flying Tigers and a little bit of combat theory, then they go on to become a officer cadet, and they continue on with the final two classes of the academy. And the second phase of the academy, which is basically what we call the 301 and 401 classes, the final two classes have a bit more practical elements in it. So the second phase will involve the cadets, the trainees, actually going through actual flying and actual combat experience. So in the second phase, they'll learn things like combat tactics, how to fight as a team. They also learn about the combat system that we use on the Sims in general.
Back after these messages.